Good afternoon, everyone. You spend so much time and effort trying to get a nice cool startup for your stream, only for it to not move and just stand still. But let's see if we can't fix it a little bit. Let's test these out. See, there we go. We got Biro back. That one's working. What about starting soon? There we go. Stream starting soon. Love that. Let's jump straight into it. Today we're going to knock out some Animal Crossing New Horizon. I am dying to play some Halo or some Tabletop Simulator or even Magic the Gathering Arena. Alas, I don't think my little system can handle it. It's not bad, it's just not great, but hopefully by next week or sometime during this week I'll be able to fix it. I might have to change everything from 1080p to maybe 720, which is kind of going to be annoying, at least for the viewers, but I hope you can bear with me just for that. Maybe changing that will fix it, hopefully, fingers crossed. But let's have a little look. I'm going to jump straight into some Animal Crossing. I'm going to tear this entire place down. Not entirely, because there's a lot of work that we've done over a lot of time. I can give you guys a little bit of a tour of the island. We can have a go for there. But for now, hope you guys can relax, sit back, kick it, have a short rest, regain some hit points. And let's just jump into today's stream. I haven't played this in a little while. I've definitely been a lot focused on trying to get some of those online games running, but they've proven a little bit harder than normal to get going, but that's okay. We'll have fun, anyhow. And we'll try and make some missions, because I know when you're just running around your island and you don't have a set goal, it can definitely be difficult to find content, but alas, I hope you bear with me as we'll sort of go on that journey together and see if we can't turn this island from what it is currently, oh, there we go, into D&D. Now I've already made a start at the beginning here and I sort of cleared my way. I did have a nice little fountain starting up area, and then here I did have like a whole China area town sort of thing. But that's now removed. I'm going to start demolishing things. But I might just do a little tour just to get things going. Just to show you what we do have, which of course would be nice. So we know what we're tearing down so we can all feel that pain. And then we can go from there to revamp some stuff and hopefully get some fun little designs or even ideas out. I'm not too sure where to go, but I know that it's just going to evolve a lot of the walls, the castle walls, hopefully some second and third levels playing up, and then some of the new items from the 2.0 set. Hopefully we'll go, and hopefully we'll have some villagers join us at the same time and play along. So let's have a little look here. Just going to let everybody on Instagram know that we're live. Big Bear Builds. Hopefully we'll get some stuff that we can even post up there as well. This is all stuff I feel like I should have done previously. Posting all the I'm live now, come watch, but I'm doing it midstream. But that's okay. Why not? Killer. Alright. So, I know it's going to be a huge cleanup at least. We've got Castle Tower Pipe, that's right, Castle Gate. Alright, there are a few things that we're going to work with. But so far, let's just go with that original tour. So let's start here. It's not as impressive because I have done some clearing. But alas, I hope it's worth the, I think like 400 or 500 hours I put into it. Not as impressive as I've seen some people, but definitely a lot of love gone into it. So start off with a beautiful entrance with some of the an amazing flower designs, really sort of just trying to put everything together sort of in one bundle to make a nice little entrance. And then we'll go left and then we'll go do a whole little circle. So we've got a nice little Breath of the Wild Easter egg, or more or less just a Legend of Zelda Easter egg. We put the apple down and get a fun little surprise. Let's go around and see the house. We've got Lolly in the background. Nice little house area with, of course, which is just going to be bombarded with all the utility stuff to help build, break down the island and build it back up. Over here, I believe we've got a whole area where we're just putting a bunch of stuff. I really did like all the blue items at one point, but we're going to put them to the side and probably sell them. It'll probably be easier to sort of just get rid of everything and then just buy it back later if we really do need it. A nice little cafe with a little fountain next to it, with a nice little beach entrance to the left. And the weeds going. I really love the weeds. I think it was very early in Animal Crossing where a lot of weeds, like people were using weeds in their island, and I guess a lot of people were favoring having stars on their island rather than having actual, maybe like different unique designs. But I think that the weeds really did introduce an interesting design. Down here we got some nice little tugboats to get into the island. I feel like it's one of those many items, or at least I should say, like objects that I reckon could definitely be added. And we've got shooting stars tonight. Holy shit, that's fucking amazing. Awesome. Hell yeah. Maybe we can catch them as well. But as I was saying, these are like, with like cars and stuff, people were doing a lot of different designs with cars. And figuring out how to use panels and seats and stuff like that to make really cool cars. But then they just released them as an item. So I reckon it would be cool to actually have boats like floating in the water. Don't know how you would do it, but I reckon it would definitely be cool to have as an addition. We've got a nice little bar here, out towards the beach. Coming down here, I believe I cleared out this area. I used to have like a little sushi restaurant here. Oh no, it's still here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice little sushi restaurant by the beach. A lot of these ideas have been inspired by a lot of people on Pinterest. It's just some incredible work. I would say like 50% of the island is like inspired, and I've sort of just tried recreating things just because they're so amazing. And then 50%, or maybe a little less than 50% is my work because it can definitely be hard to design, and I definitely really wanted to make it stunning, sort of a conglomeration of a lot of designs. Over here we got our lovely surfer captain, but we won't be going on a tour, not today, or at least not yet. We've got a lot of work ahead of us in terms of figuring out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. But for now we'll continue with the tour with, of course, a beach full of flowers. Just that's the classic. A nice little date area where you can just sit down by the water. Then we start coming up to some of our houses to start us off. And of course, as soon as the new items came in with all the different shrubbery and sugarcane and weeds, I just had to put them down absolutely everywhere as quickly as possible. So we've got some nice little houses here. Got a nice little tree area here that we can jump over. I will get to that, but we'll clear out the left-hand side first. Hannah, it is actually amazing. Like, you can sink so many hours into Animal Crossing and then leave it. You kind of like, I definitely had a few times where I got I want to say like burnt out. Like I got burnt out from playing this game so much, and you just let it rest for a while, and then you come back and you're like, God damn, I need to do it again. I need to keep playing. There's more to do, especially if I'd have like an area like I had that little that Chinese area at the bottom, like Chinese streets area, and then once I sort of found some new designs and I was like, oh, this would be cool, but I got no room. I was like, nah, gotta change it. Gotta get rid of it. Up here we've got a nice little interesting area here, and yeah, it's a little bit odd. I'll definitely the theme of the island was almost like a mystery island that a bunch of different villagers came together to sort of just make a home on, but they didn't know, like a little bit of a dark secret, like what was hidden here before, you know, what lies underneath the surface. Because I always found it very interesting that the game had like, you know, fossils under the ground. I was like, oh, okay, that there could definitely be a story behind how this happens or what happens here. Up here, as much as I would love to take credit for this, as much as I would like to take credit for the design of this here, there's an amazing, I'll have to link like the Instagram pages in the description. Once the stream sort of ends, I'll post those through, of just the amazing creators of this content. Just some amazing, like, putting together with the new items, especially with the tractor, and then putting out the food. I put out some of our most favorite dishes, like a bubble tea, ramen, and a fish dish right there, which is amazing. And then we got a little collection of like where gyroids get here, and of course I absolutely love summer just because it gives us these amazing no okay, maybe not. That's alright. Maybe not today, but that's alright. We'll keep going around. Now over here I definitely tried to revamp it. As of very recent, I tried to give it a bit of like a farm type feeling. It wasn't super successful, but it was something. Especially just with like the tower here being so big, like it takes up too many dimensions. So I was like, well, how can I put fences down and really divide it? But it is what it is, and I think it's one of the things we might adjust and change. But alas, we've got some more houses over here. We've got Zucker, and we've got Lolly, I believe it was, who are back here at the very back of the island with their own little sustainable energy and drying off their clothes. And then maybe not so much sustainable energy with the the barrels. And then we've got a nice little area here, which I do believe I made incredibly difficult to get to, if not impossible. So it might be a little area that we'll have to carve out, because I really do like the ability of running around like almost 360 the entire island. But don't worry, we'll get to that little secret area very shortly. Let's have a little dive back around to the middle of the island, where a lot more of the villagers are sitting. So there's 4 of them there. Well, I should say 4 here in this little area. And we'll go past one of my favourite but most simple designs that I ever put in the island, and I was really glad that, I mean, there's a part of me that was really happy that it was my design, but it's not even anything. And it's this little tree area here. And the reason why it's so special is because I have the biggest love for The Last Airbender, and so this was Mako's tree. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Mako or Marco, but such a beautiful moment. So I thought I'd put that on the island, because I really wanted that to sort of be at least what the island was. I didn't want it to have like a theme of a certain core, like cottage core or village, like nature core. I wanted it to sort of just be like a whole lot of different life experiences in one area. And now we're making it D&D, so it's so we're definitely giving it a theme now. I thought it'd definitely be worth having a change. I think there's this philosophy, I'm not too sure what culture, but there's a philosophy of like, if you create something amazing, you know, if you have the power to destroy it, you know, that's like a strong power. You know, you're not holding on to the past, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of like, okay, I have the ability to make something cool and then let go of it. Yeah, okay, awesome. We've got Wendy's house here, of course. She's doing a load of washing and she's got a little nano chair on the side. We've got a nice little skateboard because we're a little bit reckless. This area here, I was actually again happy to say I designed this area. Initially, the design of it was when Animal Crossing first came out. This is one of the areas I did first, and it was designed of something that I had seen, and then I sort of kept the houses in the same location, but I tore down all the sides, all the fences, and I sort of made it my own. So I really do like this little area. Each house has its own little unique story. So Wendy's got, you know, I like to think of her as an older villager, so she's got a little bit more of a quaint home. Of course, with that classic air conditioning at the back, and then you can see at quite far at the back there, you've got a nice little tree that she's growing. And then over here, I don't remember who we have here. Let's have a little look. Let's jump into our map. Who do we have here? Oh, that's right, it was Benedict, one of my favorite villagers. Love him so much. Wendy is also my favorite as well. Love her to bits. She's been here since the very beginning. Absolutely love her. Yeah, that's amazing. And we've got Ash on the side here. Oh my god, we'll take a tour there. We'll take a tour. Then we've got a nice little chest area. Got another house here again with some little plants at the back. I don't know why I like everyone having their clothes hung up. I'm not too sure why. It's just, it makes it feel a little bit more real. A little bucket and air conditioning at the back here. And then we'll go through this little park I got here. And as always, I thought it'd be fun to do a representation that the island is always under construction. So we've got some nice little iron bars here, and we've got some trash cans as well, because I want to make it realistic, you know. There's a lot of trash. So we've got a little park here. Just a few little different designs and statues and pots, just to sort of give it a bit of character. Well, let's go around and jump up to where the last houses are situated on the left-hand side of the map. I thought this was cool, just a nice little sneaky entry. Now this is one of the many areas that we will definitely be working on. It's not going to be immediately, because of course these two are using it, but for sure we will be finding a little purpose for this. We've got some more designs over here that we'll get to. I sort of wanted to divide it by like equal portions to create like a scene where you walk from left to right, and it just gives you all these different environments. So you're taken from like one place to another, and it's like completely different. It might be something that we do. But definitely for the D&D design, I'm looking to build it so that there's like almost like a realistic, like you find a town and that town is a forest and that forest is a mountain, and you know you've got certain animals and creatures and lands and mystic forests and maybe some different terrains like a snowy terrain and a flower field, something to just make it a little bit interesting. I think I definitely draw some inspiration from some of the old Legend of Zelda games. Like not Wind Waker. There was definitely one out there where it's just like a lot of the maps that you traveled around were quite circular, and sort of each level was something cool as well. So here we've got a nice little pond area, and we've got a nice lone house up here. We've got Stitches. Stitches will definitely be moved. I definitely had plans to move this all around and sort of get rid of this and change it about so he would be closer to the rest. But over here, got a nice little area. A bit too luxurious maybe compared to all the other villages, but I do have a bit of a bias for this particular villager, although I say that hypocritically, not remembering his name. Cranston, absolutely, love Cranston so much. So Cranston has a bit more of a bougie output, but that's alright. Speaking of bougie, we'll move around to this sort of creepy wonderland, and I think again this is sort of how I'm looking to design the rest of the whole island, just on the basis of just like the twisted trees and the sort of different shrubbery and greenery that we've been given on the update. I think it's amazing. Yeah, and this will take us down, of course, to our hidden passage at the back here, which just has a nice little seat at the moment. Because no matter how I construct my island from like the start of it to now, I had a huge design and different area here before. I had like a very big waterfall area here, and then the update came out where Red would come and give you paintings, and I just could not figure out how to make it look good so that there was easy access to him. Alas, we've got it now, so a nice little easy access down to him. Let's jump to the right hand side of the map. Nice little sitting area here. I know it's horrible of me, but I do like taking the lost items and then putting them back down because they do offer a nice little design. Sue me. I think it's cool. It adds a whole nother layer of sort of realism, although someone will forever not have that item now. Over here we've got a nice little volcano. I think the volcano's alright. I think that would have been cool if they were bigger. I think you could definitely make something a little bit better, but we've got a nice little display area here. And let's go up to here. Now this area is very unique. It's initially inspired by Elsa, my favourite Disney princess, of course. And we've got a nice little entryway here that sort of highlights some of that snowy effect, or I should say snowy seasons. I think that I really wanted to always display all the different seasons, at least on the island. That way, no matter what part of the year you're in, you can show a bit of appreciation for the times that have passed and the times that are coming up. Because, you know, sometimes, I mean, I love summer, and summer, the like sort of summertime is now. But sometimes I do miss a little bit of that snow, and I think, man, these items are pretty cool, and they do look really amazing during that summer event. Or I should say, so that winter event. But hey, we get to put them out here and have a little glance of nostalgia. Then we jump through here, and we got a lot of money. We got a lot of money that I've given to my partner Ash that she has not collected as of yet. Look, this is me paying my rent. It's a lot. It's a lot, so she can design this. And we've got a nice little dancing guy right here as well, just to lighten the mood and, well, make this nighttime feel a little bit more special. Even though he's looks like sleeping, but there we go, sleep dancing. Why not? All right, and let's make our way around. I will eventually do a nice little house tour. It's not, I don't think it's, I think I finished it. I don't know if I'm set with it. I don't think I'll keep it to the D&D theme. I think I'll have my own theme. And if I want to make like a tavern or something, then I might just add like another player to this, but we'll see. And then over here is another design. Again, something that I beautifully took from that lovely site Pinterest. Although I believe this may have actually been on Instagram. Again, I'll throw those links down on the creators for these, because these guys are amazing. Hopefully I'll be able to find them again, but all credit where credit's due. This design was not me. I did put this down the bottom here. This was a little bit original here, but the floor pattern and the initial design with the these aren't paragolas, but they're something close to the paragolas. They're just amazing. what I will take credit for is this beautiful enchanted forest here. We've got some lovely... I've got to clean this up a bit. But I think this enchanted forest is very close to what I would like to do with the D&D sort of enchanted forest vibe. I think it's super messy, super like overwhelming to at like some point. And it's like, it's just kind of nice. I kind of like that overwhelmness because you sort of like, where do I look, where do I go? Especially with like this glowing moss and the vines and stuff. You got this nice enchanted forest that then comes all the way around to a hose as well. Because you got to water the garden. You got to make sure this enchanted forest stays alive. Alas, we've got some nice little bugs on the side here, and that's why I like the summer event as well. Because just like, I wish you could add like, obviously you can add bugs like this, and you know they're still. But you know, you just get those bugs on the trees as well, which just adds just a little bit extra texture and color to your scenery, which I think is just amazing. We've got some bamboo around here, more or less for supplies, which takes us around into our beautiful museum, where of course they're still doing construction to find out. Oh, that's a big one right there. I love it. I love these beetles. They're so amazing. I might go around and try to catch that. Because as much as this game is like, you know, you spend so much time catching stuff just to fill the museum, and you're like, okay, cool, now I've done that, I don't need to do it again. I can just go and build and build. I still love catching the bugs, even though it kind of feels like a waste of time, because it's like, what am I going to do with it? But I just like the thrill of catching them. And yes, Hannah, I do agree. Cluttered forests are amazing. They sort of just... They overwhelm me. I get overly stimulated, and then I'm kind of like, well, where do I look? So designing them is fun, but it can be a little bit confusing. We'll jump down. So we've got just a nice little, bony area. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word fossil. A fossil area. We've got a bony area, yeah. We've got a bone area where we get to display old bones. Yeah. We got a nice fossil area with a nice little gift shop. I always find that every single museum or zoo always has that really almost useless gift shop. So I put a gift shop down just as an homage to the useless gift shops where you go in but you never buy anything. Because it's always like if it's Australia, it's always like Australian related, like kangaroos, and it's like, okay, cool, man. We got some more lost items. Again, I apologize, but not really. We got a few displays. I said I would catch that bug, so I'm going to go around and see if I can. Although I don't even know. I do have a net, that's right. I tried to catch one before. We'll go through this very green section on the right here. Nice little green bamboo. Not bamboo, but like, well, there's two of them. I don't know if I'll be able to do this, actually. No. I gotta be a lot better at this. It's definitely been a while, but hopefully I can catch the next one and redeem myself. Surely. Thank God. It's nice to know I still have it. Not for the big one, but that's okay. The one thing I wish I could control is where the weeds grow, because you can put the weeds down, and I know they grow like wildly on grass, but I wish when you put them down on the sand they would just grow where they are on the sand, because I do like it when there's a touch here and a touch there, but then it kind of becomes a little bit too much when it starts growing everywhere. It's alright, I'm not mad about it, but I definitely think it would be better if there's just a little bit less. And up here I sort of kept going with that enchanted forest look. Just, you know, with I think it's a small detail. The pumpkins at the back, the mushroom stool, you know, keeping those little mushrooms there, the half mushroom there. Again, all these from different events. Nice little fishing area for you to sort of just catch those bubbly critters in there. And of course, at the moment, I've just got a well at the back here, but perhaps something cool will be created using this space. Because if there's a little bit of space, you know, got to use it. Got to use it. We'll go down from here. We'll go into one of my favorite areas. Favorite because, again, I designed it. So I can at least claim that I did this. which is always nice. Because I always was worried that I would show off my island and then people would go, I've seen that before. That's not you. That you didn't do it. It's like, yeah, I know. I just think it's cool. But this area, I did myself. I've got a nice little mushroom patch here. Pumpkin patch. When they originally came out, this is where I put everything. We've got a nice little shed here as well for our little lawnmower. And then around here is my favorite area. It's sort of an extension of that enchanted forest. And we've got like a nice little fossil at the back there. Nearly forgot the word again. We've got a nice little waterfall here to just kick back. Now, if I was going to admit where my inspiration came from here, it's a little bit far-fetched. Just because it looks totally different and it's sort of hard to pinpoint, but I would have to say that the inspiration for this little foresty area comes from Borderlands, and I only say that because there's so many areas where you're sort of roaming around and there's like this beautiful scenery and then there's just one person sitting on a lawn chair just chilling, and you think, this is out of place, but it's kind of cool. So that's where that came from. I tried to use as many different of the new stuff as well, like just the vines and the glowstone, the glowy moss. It's just amazing. Of course, we've got a nice little site to say where the museum is as well, just in case you get lost, which is very likely going around a mystical forest area. Over on this side of the island, that was coming down from where we had the green. Not much. Not much. I did have plans here, but that's okay. We'll have to revamp that, but we do have a little spa area here. But let's continue through our enchanted forest. Actually, you know what? Let's not. Let's jump around here, because over here is one of my second favorite places. I'll say that a lot. I'll say second favorite, third favorite. I love it all. To a nice little cluttered tree area for some supplies, because of course this is our campsite. And so we have someone in our campsite today, which is phenomenal, because there's nothing that brings this campsite alive more than actually having someone in the campsite, which I wish is something that could be permanent. That would be amazing to have like this at least up all the time, and maybe the lights just off when someone's not in there. But alas, we got a nice little design out here for you to just sit down, have your meal, craft some stuff. It'd be a really nice area to really start out living. Which it would actually, like, I would have loved this to be like the first initial design that I had, you know, while crafting the rest of the island. Alas, it's now being reserved for new villagers. And let's have a little look to who we have today. Surely someone I'm going to lose items to, money to. Who do we have? Chalice? Oh my god. It's like, I stream and I instantly forget how to say names. We're going to call it Charlize? Charlize? Charlize, we might come back to you. We might play some games with you later, just to win some stuff. Probably useless stuff, but it always feels good to win. You get that little bit of a dopamine rush. Why not? But first we'll finish this tour. We'll go around. As I said, I like to have access areas everywhere, so we can go behind here to a little bonfire, which just takes us to the front of this mystical enchanted island. Or at least, yeah, mystical enchanted island. We got a boot there. It's mystical, of course. A nice little waterfall here that takes us over the bridge into our little exit, one of our 2 exit paths into the ocean. We'll go around here. And this used to be like a little house area, but I've since taken that down. And hey, this is another example of items that have come in that we had to compensate for before. I say we, the community. Right here, I got a nice little cave system that I put in here. This was inspired, if you haven't already guessed, by the Pokemon series. At least the one I played, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, when it first released. I love these little secret islands that were over water. I just could not wait until I got the right Pokemon or the right HMTM to cross the water, just so I could get into these caves and figure out what was in there. And of course, you find yourself like a Mesprit, Darkrai, Giratina. Love it. Love the legendaries in caves. Don't know why I love it. But there's now like a little cave item that you can get, which I am not too sure if I have at the moment in my storage, but hey, this is a place to sort of tear down the old stuff, put down the new stuff, sort of show the development of the game. But there's a part of me that also likes the height and the design of that, so maybe we'll keep it. Maybe. And of course we got our Lily of the Valley. We've had a few of them. We've probably crossed quite a few of them in our journey already. They're sort of in nice little spots that I think are like some of my favorite spots that I've designed over the months, over the years. Played this for a few years now. Well, since it released, really. Going down here, let's have a little look. We got ourselves a nice little beach area. Again, I would love to lay claim to this, but alas, this was designed by another beautiful soul. And I just took this design. It's so cool, just having a little beach area that you can just like sit back and check it out with a nice little burning stove of something. Who knows? Who knows? And then some table tennis. And then we march our way all the way around to a beautiful little carnival area where we've got some of the old carnival items. Yeah, not some of the new ones, not as of yet. I'm not too sure how I would implement some of the new carnival stuff. If we can make it a little bit more medieval-ish, sort of classic D&D 5e related, perhaps. Let's see. Sorry if I missed your message as well, Navid. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the gameplay. Hope you enjoy. Have a short rest. Regain some of those hit points. Over here we've got some beautiful, oh, I should just say, just a beautiful little park area. Just before our resident services area, and this is just to the right of the entrance. So we've almost pretty much gone full circle. We've just got to show one or two more things. So we've got a nice little park area here. Again, I love my flower designs, just like putting them down in every little place I can, just to create different colors that you can observe and check out, and maybe even use for your island. And of course, today we have the amazing dog. Why have I forgot his name? KK. It's like the whole reason you play this game, to start out. I'm forgetting everyone's name. I'm flustered. Showing my island. I'm nervous, but that's okay. KK's here to serenade us, and I'm here to scare up the owls. We can go up here and we'll see our nice little. I tried to create this shop area to be a little bit more modern. Of course, that's not going to last given our D&D desire. Alas, we'll see how much we can do until the stream ends. We'll probably just be demolishing some stuff and just talking, just vibing it out to this music, and just having a good time. Over here we've got our beautiful Able sisters and a nice little truck in the back which delivers all of the goods to our beautiful little raccoons. And I believe that's not completely it. I believe the last area to show is just this little area here, where we've got, oh my goodness, the most gorgeous beetle ever. I love all the bugs, but the beetles are just the coolest, and I get the feeling I'm going to miss this one. Yeah. This is what happens when you build something that's so cluttered, is you try to get to things and you just can't. But we've got a nice little music area here, with a little study, a little nook as well that you can sit down and check out the DJ of the week, see what's going on the turntables, may even play some music if you'd like to on the side. And then in here's a nice little secret area where you can just sit back and, you know, share your adventures. Or share your adventures? Share your adventures with adventurers that come down and want to share the stories that they have collected over the years of traveling. At least that's where the inspiration was, and that's what I put down there. So we'll definitely be seeing more of that. A lot more of the log item, the campfires, sort of keeping it more old school. I believe the last place on this beautiful island, I say beautiful, I gotta humble myself. I put a lot of work into it. I like to hope it's beautiful. It's a nice little a gardening area. At least this is where my initial first gardening area was. And then over here was like the mum flower cushions and different trees that made it look like I was planting stuff. You know, the stuff we had to do to make it look like there were plants. But now that we have plants, we've got a different farm area, and sort of this is just a laid back area so far. And I think I might keep this. I really do like it, but we'll see. And that looks up back to our runic area. Alas. That is, I believe, the tour, because it now just comes around here, back to our little village area. So, since we have implemented this, I think it is smart to maybe have a little think about what we would like to see, at least at the beginning. I really should think things out a little bit more through before I go stream, because I think I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely do a few things, but then I'm like, I probably should plan things out so that I've got some creative content to go on. But I think maybe winging it. We'll wing it together. I really do like this flower section here, but for the sake of what I'm planning to do, we might have to move it. And we might have to get rid of this park area as well, which I don't really want to do to this beautiful turtle. Turtle. Because he's just chilling there. Tortoise. Just chilling there. Little snapping turtle. So far I sort of like this. I kind of would like to change this a little bit to have it be more open, like as soon as you come in, but perhaps a grand entrance could be cool to this little area. So we'll just keep it for now. Let's see where this takes us. I think let's do a little bit of clearing of this whole area. Just gonna clear the more or less just the pathing. Maybe give us a nice space and go from one hard hat to another, which I've always found like a little bit funny in the process of doing things. You try to go anywhere and it says you can't go, you got to change the hat, you got to get out of the island designer. But then I just change it from one hard hat to another and they're like, yeah, that's fine, you're good now, you can go wherever you want. As long as you aren't wearing the white hard hat, you're good. So here we've got some nice stonework. I just can't get over this entrance. Oh, look at that. Missed him. That's okay, we got one more. Lovely. So perhaps this could be like the entrance to almost the kingdom. We're very much near resident services, so probably like to think that we're in the realm of the kingdom, or maybe like just the entrance to an important area. And then of course we'll have all the houses situated in one location, which you can see on the map now is the sort of the top left area. Might keep them there, who knows? Again, we might even just demolish a whole area and rebuild it from scratch, which would definitely be fun. To sort of see everything get demolished and then rebuilt. I definitely think it's easier than restarting the island. Maybe, just because, my goodness, that is like a whole, then getting all the items again, it can be so painful, but that's okay. Let's work with what we've got right now. And what we've got is half an entrance. So let's have a little look at the items we currently got. That was the castle gate, the medieval building side. Okay. What we might do, ironwood bed, already got it. I don't have it. There you go. We're finding more items to help our adventure right now in building a D&D tavern. Or build D&D tavern. D&D island. Let's see if I bought anything recently. Nope, just Happy Home Academy saying, you're doing fine, and lolly with a little gift. Maybe a donation that will help us with our adventure. As I forget all the buttons. Let's have a little look. Folding floor lamp. Not as medieval or fantasy, but perhaps it may work somewhere. Let's deposit all these items and then let's withdraw some. Let's put something away. Let's get all these out of our way so we can just sort of focus on what we need and then we can take all those out. Alright. I know I may have just put some items away that we do need, but that's okay. I sort of just like getting rid of everything and then coming back to it and having an idea of what we need. So everything's probably going to be in here. Let's have a little look. We're going to grab some walls. Probably 4 will be alright. Again, so you got like one medieval building site, but I only got one, so I'll definitely have to get some more, make some more. We've got a nice castle gate, that will be helpful. Maybe some castle towers. And even though these are cool, I think I would like the entrance to be a little bit more constructed. Whereas these will definitely go in more of that enchanted forest vibe. Let's have a little look at this. I think what we have now would be good for a start. Perhaps let's get ourselves some pine trees. Let's go 2 pine trees. Sort of help the design. And that might just be it for now. And the moon, I originally had the moon at the very entrance. That was a very cool thing, but we'll make that, definitely have to make that somewhere special. And these wheat fields, oh my goodness. I definitely think I'll be utilizing a lot of this. And hey, maybe let's go over and put that cave down where I originally said we're going to change that. We'll put the cave down there. I definitely want more wheat field. Need to get some more of this item. And of course we've got some others here as well that we can utilize. Beautiful gold plate statue, or gold plate armor, and double edged sword as well. So there's a few things here. Definitely those minor items to have in the background to definitely take into consideration. But for now, let's just work with what we've got. See if we can't build onto this entrance. And I can see that the music has decided to leave us. But that's okay. We shall restart it so we can get those sleepy vibes all over again and keep relaxing. Lovely. I didn't even realize the silence was, I was just so caught up in my head. I realized we didn't have any music serenading us as we confuse ourselves through our builds. Now, I would like this to be open. So, perhaps instead of having these here to open, let's have a look to see if... not a castle wall, but a castle tower. I would... let's have a little look. Something like this. It's going to make it difficult to walk through. Castle tower at the front. I don't want it to be too closed off. I would like this to be very open, sort of as like a welcome. Only because the castle tower and the new items are amazing, but they are tall. So, can sort of ruin what is around here. As you can see, you know, I come to this part of the screen, you can already see that castle tower is already taking up quite a lot of room, about 4 spaces. Maybe 4 or 5 spaces. So we kind of want to keep it a little bit... keep it a bit open here. I don't mind doing this little skip here, that's okay. We might not even have that fountain there to finish off with. But perhaps this is fine here. Perhaps we can do something. Let's start by giving us just a nice little area. I think I would definitely like to create almost like a marketplace of some form. I'm definitely inspired by I believe they are a Japanese artist on Instagram. And they did an amazing like entranceway that was like under the same formality that I'm looking at. I think that there's more like a nature core using a lot of the new items, like all the wheat fields and stuff. So I'd definitely like to create something like that. Perhaps I can just do it with... well, maybe I don't need the dirt. They use dirt, but perhaps we need to throw some of our originality into it. I'm not too sure. We'll see. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm sure there are some amazing designers out there, hidden in the chat. But for now, we shall just expand this. Because I'm thinking, I don't want the entrance to be blocking, but I would like to have something further down the eyesight that you sort of see, like an entryway to sort of the next area. I'd like to make this whole thing a little bit more symmetrical, but just about a little bit. Because right now you can see that like the flower section we've got just in front of us isn't like straightforward from the entryway, and resident services is just a bit over to the right hand side, so I'm sure we'll find a creative way to get from one place to the other. But until then, it's just one path at a time, which is always fun. You know what? Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's make our way to the castle area, not castle, the cave area, because at least we can make a definite change here. As a bug flies off and breaks my heart. We can definitely make a change here, and let's have a little look at what we can do. Now, I believe I've made this very difficult to jump over, so we might have to do it the hard way. Sure. Let us... oh, wrong one. Let's get over here so we can put an actual cave in. Let's see if it looks equally as cool. Who knows, maybe it won't. But we can get rid of these old school panels. And originally I know that there was this this fossil here that sort of just popped up, and I was a little bit like, oh no, how will I be able to go grab it? Damn. But it kind of added a little something something as well. Let's see if I can't. Sometimes you wonder how one achieved something previously and they can't do it again. How, oh how, do I get up here? Well, I know exactly how to get up there, but it just means I'm going to have to do more work, and that's okay. Let us do that extra work. Let's break this and just rebuild it. Lovely. Alright. As I'm sure you can pick up around the entire island, these hydreias, or at least that's how I like to call them, are my all-time favorite. You'll see them scattered even right behind me now. I do like this little area. It shows the shows everything behind you. It'd be a nice little area sort of just to sit actually. Maybe something to consider. But let's see how that cave looks first. While we're here, let's just make some corrections. So we're back to what it used to be. Alright. I promise this stream won't just be exclusively me just putting down paths. That's why I wanted to do like the cave. I think maybe next time we play some Animal Crossing, I'll come a little bit more prepared. So it's just me placing stuff down. Because I know when you do like, when you watch like speed builds of people doing stuff, it's so much easier to digest rather than watching like a 2-hour stream of just like placing floor bits down. I know that can feel like hell for like 2 hours. But look, let's see what we can do. Pine tree cave. Alright. That's an okay start. It does give a lot more room. And so what that just means for me is more room to maybe try some different stuff. I don't think that's enough room for what I wanted to do, but I'm just going to try it anyway. No, that's okay. Let's perhaps not the garden rock. Where's the other rocks? Tall garden rock, that's what we want back here. Maybe somewhere at the very back there, just to make this place look a little bit more dangerous. Like you can't access it until you get the right TM or HM to swim across the waters. Perhaps we will put... Okay, I think we'll put something at the front here as well. I think what we'll try to do is put one of these tall garden rocks a little bit more forward. Don't want them facing the same way. Oof. It's gonna make things fun. No, not the garden rock. Where's our tall garden rock gone? Lovely. Okay. No, we don't want the same direction. Oh, that looks kind of cool. That was kind of like, almost like a... I mean, it's the complete opposite direction. It kind of makes me think of like when you go onto a bay or like a mystery island in movies and they've always got those jagged rocks next to the water. But let's just take the long way around. Can I take the long way around? I swear I used to be able to turn around in this thing. Maybe not. Surely. I am in denial that I have to call the helicopter services. Surely. I'm not gonna get stuck here. You can do it. This is also like what you face when you put everything so darn close to each other. It becomes a bit of a complicated mess. And I'm in denial about, there we go. I'm in denial about, yeah, there we go. Moving objects and picking them up and putting them down. I just want to jump. I know it's possible, and so I'll spend countless hours or minutes. just doing it. See, that looks alright. I think we'll put one of the garden rocks. Not the tall ones, but these smaller ones. Maybe I could put something like, a little bit too out of place. But that's okay. Maybe the rocks like we was going to say. What I might do, I might get rid of this just to help the design. And that should actually just be fine there because my plan just revolved around that one there. I should be able to maybe move this back. No, that's okay. That's perfect. Because I think I want to put the last stone rock right in front of this cave. Like so. Something like that. Nice. And perhaps, just to give it a little bit more something something, let's have a little look at these custom designs. Maybe add some more artificial rocks. Like there. I might jump around the back and do that as well. Add something else. But it's got some love, it's got, you know, some flowers here. Ooh, got a wish upon a star. It might even be cool to have like that wheat thing here and have like, make it sort of feel a little bit overgrown. That could be really cool. Perhaps that would be a smart little thing to do as well. I'm curious, I'm gonna go do that. Because I only have one. Oh! Hannah, thank you for subscribing. I love you so much. So confrontational, right at the bat. I just love you. There you go. I love it. I was waiting so long, not waiting so long, but I was really hoping that someone would subscribe. Just on the basis that I have that amazing GIF of one of my friends, and I just really wanted to show it. I've been like testing the widget out myself. Love it so much. So I'm glad I could put it to actual use instead of me just putting it up there, which is so amazing. I wonder if I actually try it now, if it comes up. Let me try that. It does. I subscribed to myself. I don't know if the stream saw that. I think you guys can see that. That's awesome. I really like it. I could do that all day. Oh, it's so fun. Hopefully I'll be able to put some new emotes in as well, if he allows me. We'll find out if I can get some permission from my friend, and we'll do that. Let's get something out. Oh, now I just got a smile on my face I can't get rid of. Hannah, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Wheatfield, let's pull this out. And do you want anything else? It's tempting to do a gold nugget mining cart, so I will. I will succumb to that. I will. Because if you've got a cave, you have to have a gold nugget mining cart. It's almost like 2 and 2. But there's nothing else here. I could go for a double-edged sword, but I definitely want to use that for something a little bit more special. Give that more of a special feel for that. That's right. I think that's all we need right now. Everything else is quite modern. I definitely have an idea for the monster statue. I want to create like a D&D encounter where you like go through like a castle and you find that monster that you got to fight. That's probably where that sword might come in. And maybe some of the armor clothing sets as well. And maybe where we put the creepy skeleton. Just to ward off those travelers that aren't yet ready. But for now, let's get this wheat filled out. Hopefully, this should work. Well, I know it will work. I'm really needing more. I will have to sacrifice this flower here. But enough of the niceties. We're here to, well, here to make this look a little bit more dangerous. No room. Maybe I'm standing a little bit too close. Surely this little block here is possible. Oh, no, that's because we're doing the pine tree. That's not going to work. Yes, fantastic. I love it. Look at that. It does seem a little bit out of place. Perhaps if there was another one on the other side, it would look a little bit more at home. It's a little bit odd to have a wheat field here. Maybe we don't need it. Maybe that's just fun how it is. What else did we have? Castle walls, yeah. Simple panels, yeah, that's right. The round. Ooh, let's see if we just work well with that gold nugget mining cart. Surely that's a 1x1. And we'll do it this way. Yeah, that works. I mean, it does take away from the original Pokemon idea, but hey, well, not really. It's still there. You still have to cross some waters to get to it. So let's just stick with that for now. That should be perfect. See, it's designs like this that I would like to update and change for the theme rather than completely destroy. I think there are some awesome landmarks that maybe I'm just, you know, I go on this whole spiel about how you got to destroy your old creations and, you know, let go of them, and yet I'm just like, no, I won't let go of them. I'll transform them. I'll turn them into something else. Maybe that's the same thing, or similar. We might put something at the back there as well. Maybe like a, maybe like a campfire. That could be cool. Yeah, because it'll give it a little bit of light. It'll sort of show the adventuring part of it. I reckon that actually might work, and I know that's very simple. We can probably do that right now. We just gotta find a free tree that's not really hindered by anything. Maybe it's this tree. I don't remember how many sticks this was. I know I got plenty of sticks in my home, but I just thought, why not? Have some fun. Now, although I say that, I will likely have to go back inside my home just so I can use a crafting table. I might have to find a crafting table, put it out here, so it's going to be nice and simple to do all this stuff. And I suppose while we're here, we'll do a nice little house tour. Why not? Let's go inside. It's like, welcome to my crib. It's just like... Alright. Welcome to my home. A lot of changing and moving around of stuff, but I like to think it's quite quaint and a nice reflection of what I would like to live in personally. I feel like that's why I can't play Sims that much, because I feel like the choices I choose for my characters and the houses that I build is just what I want, and then I feel like, well, why aren't I just living in that? I'm spending so much time creating the dream life, I'm not actually dreaming it. Well, I'm not living it. And we've got Marshall, who wants to jump in and have a little look at the house as well. He can join us for that house tour. As slowly as possible. Okay. Well, let's start downstairs, upstairs, left, right, center. The center one is hidden. I wonder why. We'll come to it. We'll do a house tour and then we'll continue our journey. But I thought, why not? We've got a nice little island tour, which I'll post up as well on the channel. I'll probably speed it up a bit so everyone can just have a little look at it and sort of see what I've created so far. Although I think that's where I worry I'm going to get the criticism about things not being original. Because on stream it's like, yeah, check it out, I've done this. And it's like, cool. But then when you post something, everyone thinks that's like you're the original creator of it. And then I don't know. I've known the Animal Crossing community a little bit hostile when it comes to posting things that aren't your work. But hey, I love it. Over here we've got our beautiful gyroids. I'm obsessed with these guys, so much so that you can't even see them. We'll have to go into... Oh, it's rude. We've got company. We can't even look at our floor plan. That's alright. You see the cute ones at the top there? There we go. They're amazing. They're so cute and wild. I don't know why something so simple is so so goddamn fun to have around. Because you know, you spend so much of your time just waiting for an update to come to Animal Crossing, and then they just release like I know they've released a lot in 2.0, but they release the gyroids, and I'm like, that's it. That's all I needed. I didn't need anything else. You know, it blows bubbles, man. That shit's so entertaining. I don't know why, but they're cute and I like it, and I'll stick by that. That's all I ever need. And Marshall's gonna head off. He's already checked around the house. See you later, Marshall. Thanks for the memories. Honestly, we spent no time with each other. That's kind of an insult. Almost sounds like a backhanded comment. Thanks for the memories we created. You were doing something completely different, and I was, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this looks a little bit familiar. If I can sit down. Where have we seen this before? Unfortunately, my webcam, as it is right now, isn't very great quality, and I'm definitely looking towards getting one. So right now we've got a nice little webcam on the top right of my little Animal Crossing man. And he'll keep you company, you know? He'll keep you in the loop. He's watching YouTube in the background. He's a little distracted, but he'll keep you in the loop with what's going on. We've got a nice little desk here, which I definitely haven't changed since setting up and recording that little animation in the top right hand side. So we've got that there. And honestly, that's the one room I was like, oh, that's right. I totally haven't put anything there. And that's going to be a bedroom. But I'm not too worried about the inside of the house. I was at one point, which of course is the fruit, like you can see the fruits of that thought process of just fantasizing over the house and what I can do. And now that that's done, I'm like, okay, I don't like I need to worry about the house anymore. Let's go left. I believe if this is the same as what it once was, it will be the inspiration of where this whole theme started. Yes, it is. This is our beautiful D&D room. Sit down, have some cake. I have a really big cake. Apparently there's an eel there. If you don't have an eel in your D&D room, then I don't even know what you're doing. You have to have maracas and an eel, apparently. But I sort of just put together a random conglomeration of items that sort of just made it a little bit more, well, scenic, rather than just having a bunch of chairs around a table. But hey, I think it looks kind of nice. It's nothing, like, it does not look at all how like a normal D&D setup would look like. If your setup looks like this, I'm sorry. I think the one thing that stays true, the one thing that is realistic about this whole room is the chairs, because no matter where you go, you'll always find one odd chair, or there will be like one person who claims their own comfy like G-force chair. Then you've just got like other people with like a bootleg office chair and then a completely different dining chair that you picked off from the side of the street. Anyways, that's the only thing that's true in that one, is that chair setup. Let's have a little look over here. In this room, now this is where it gets a little weird. This is where I made a few little design choices which were definitely questionable. And it's only because I'm surveilling the entire island. There is something going on here in this island. People are digging up fossils, finding money in the floor. You know, we've got weird tombs popping up everywhere. You know, pirates infiltrating, saying that they're just casually falling onto our land. It's kind of sus. So I put up some cameras around, sort of doing some study into the history of this island, trying to figure out what's going on. Haven't figured it out yet, honestly. As much as I look around and surveil apparently what would be everyone's house and bathroom, yeah, I haven't seen anything. Lots of tea, lots of boxes, a lot more to read upon, a lot more cameras to be installed. Perhaps I just haven't caught it, but I'm sure we'll find out the mystery. Maybe one day. The mystery on how to get unstuck. How did I do this to myself? I don't think I've ever even gotten that far. There we go. That's right. With the added update, you can really squeeze into those small tight spaces, but also get quite lost. But hey, that's half the fun. And then of course we've got our last room. Now this one's hidden away for a very important reason. If you thought the last room was weird, well, you're in for a real treat. I'm going to actually have to just remove this flat out, just because there's no way around that one. But where is that wood bookshelf right here? This is our last room. The hidden room behind the bookshelf. What could it be? Literally only I know. And a few others that have seen my island. Now, before you judge, before you think, oh, I regret subbing to this channel. This is a very quick reference to Rick and Morty. One of my favorite episodes where Rick has a secret bathroom that's like paradisical. It's not just a video camera next to a toilet, which itself is very odd. And understandable why you would think, oh my god, we're getting not only deep into the mindset of someone who does like designing for Animal Crossing, but now we're getting into his personal mind. Oh goodness, oh gracious. That's not the case. It's not meant to be weird. It's meant to be weird, but not that weird. It's meant to be a reference. I didn't want it to be like I'm filming someone. But that's why we have it closed off. This is my personal area. Which just makes it sound even weirder. It's there. Don't go in there, ever. If you come to my island and you request to go in there, instantly denied. I don't even want you to talk about it. We'll close this off. There you go. And look, I think it looks a lot better there, like with the bookshelf. Not just because it hides my weird dark secret, but because it just looks nice. I do like the doors on each side, which is nice because I like to keep that open. But I actually do like that closed off. It just looks a little bit more complete, like the room as a whole, rather than just like another entryway where I felt like I had to split it off. Anyways, we came in here for a reason, and I nearly forgot that reason. Let's craft ourselves a bonfire. Which, I mean, I might not be able to do. I was going to say, hopefully, after all that, I actually had the right ingredients. I was really hoping for that. And we do. Lovely. Let's go put that bonfire down. That might just make that little cave area complete. I'm hoping so. At least complete in my eyes. Because I know for this whole area out here, it's going to be a bit of work. I know I'm going to be wanting to create a few more levels here, which means as much as it breaks my heart, I will need to dig up this whole area and probably just push that to a new area. I do like the concept of it. So we'll probably keep it, but we'll just place it somewhere else. So, ooh. You know, I learned a little something about scorpions. They only chase you if you have your thing out. Like, you can run past these guys and they don't care at all. You can do whatever you want. You can dance next to them if you want. I spent so much of my time freaking out because I was like, oh god, yeah, go on. I don't care for it. No fear. I spent so much of my time, like, I couldn't tell you how many hours just freaking out every single time I saw a tarantula or a scorpion. Just because of the inconvenience. I was like, oh great, I gotta avoid this. Go around my whole island the long way around. And then I just learned, just don't hold your thing. Whatever it's called. Don't hold your net. There you go. I'm looking up names for everything today. I'm forgetting everything. Alright. Let's jump back to this cave system. Let's see if we can't complete it. At least make something in that D&D theme. Rather than just tearing things up, putting paths down and then sitting, sort of twiddling our fingers thinking, what's next? How are we going to design this? Because I don't think I have all the components. I will probably like fish for the components and sort of work towards getting them and buying them, and then the next time I stream I might just... I swear I used to be able to like turn around, like, because if I go left it's like, okay, yeah, I understand I'm stuck, but if I go down I swear I used to be able to like turn around, which is a little odd that I can't do that anymore. I want to get behind here, and honestly, you're making it difficult, so I'll do this. It just is what it is. Now, we wanted to put a bonfire here, and I can't even jump this now. That's gonna be infuriating. I did it before. Of course, it's just finding that lovely sweet spot. But just, you know, we've got a live audience. Instead of me just like trying that for like the next 10 minutes, which I would. I guarantee you I would. Without hesitation, I would do that. I would spend all of my time figuring that out. Just to spite it. But instead, I think we'll just place this down. And there's no room. I should have guessed. There should be room right here. Probably not here, but definitely here. So I think I just need to move here, quickly turn and angle that. Oh, okay. No room. Maybe it's because of this one. Let's see if this makes a difference. It shouldn't. Yeah, see what I mean? It should fit there. And then this is probably going to bite me in the butt. But I can probably put this cave system back and then... no. That's okay. What we'll do is we'll just do it all again. Sort of go 360. That's half the adventure of this one. Otherwise you're just calling that service to pick you up every 5 seconds. Because you get stuck. Or at least I get stuck because I really like cramming everything together. Alright. So we'll go there. There. Not jump over there. Gotta go the long way. I hope you guys enjoyed the island tour. I really did enjoy it. Sometimes it's nice to just have that nostalgic kickback where you sort of just like the work's already done. All you're doing is just viewing it, which is really nice. It's sort of a lot easier than just figuring out new things to to build and to put down. At least it's easier to digest content and it's already there for you. All the hard work's already done. There. It is a little bit hidden away, the fire, which kinda sucks. I would like to have it a little bit out. But I think that would be breaching on the... You know what, while we're here, there's no way I shouldn't just try this. Just bring it out a little bit. And let's have a little look to see if I can put this cave system down again. Please, fingers crossed. Oh, amen. Absolutely. That's what we want. So sort of everything's covered now. We sort of got this left-hand side covered by the rocks and then the gold, and then the right-hand side covered by the rocks and then that little fireplace there as well. Which sort of just makes it feel a little bit whole in that sense. We still do have a little area at the back there. We don't have to do it. We could put something there. But I think it should be fine. The sword could look really cool there, I reckon. Perhaps we do that another time. Otherwise I'm going to get carried away with just one little area. Which of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you do need to just spend a lot of time in one area. And sort of just perfect it in your own eyes. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Well, let's get back to this starting area. Because I think I've procrastinated enough. So I'm envisioning maybe some ropes here and here. We walk out. And perhaps we get to like an initial market of some sort. So we've got a lot of space to work with here. That's 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, which could easily be a pathway here and there. So that's fine. Perhaps we want... yeah, perhaps though the entrance is like nice and wide, we want to be confronted almost straight away with something. I reckon this needs, and I could be wrong, but I think this just needs one more layer here. Just one more layer across. So bear with me with this one. I think I'm going to build 2 level 2 spots. And then I'll show you what I mean with like the walls and stuff. How we can sort of create that to be a little bit... I've got a mosquito following me as well, which is like... Again, I hate them. Not because of... It's just inconvenient. Let's see if we can get... Because we're going to be in this area a lot. Go away. Go away. Go away. 3rd time's the charm. Again, there we go. Alright. I reckon that will be perfect. Because I think now... Try keep this symmetrical. We'll go here. Okay, so that's on that block, which is in between there and there. Which will be the same as... here? Did I just completely whiff that? So this is on that block, and then we go 1. And this is on that block, so we go 1. That's so off. I don't know how I tried doing that, like mathematically, but it just, I think it's one off. Because obviously these are two in the middle here. Oh no, that's actually it's perfect. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, okay, cool. We'll get rid of this because I think I want that to be an entryway. Oh, not there. We'll fix that. I think the entryway here would then lead us a really easy way to resident services. That could be good, rather than having it here. I think this could still lead as another direction there. We'll see. Again, there's no plan here. We just want to relax. And just add as much detail as possible. It's probably better, like, it's probably way better to sort of clear out the whole area. Like, again, I think that's why people start from the beginning. Because they just clear out everything. And that sort of gives you a blank canvas. I kind of like working with what I got. So let's go here. That's 2. That's fine. I think I want it to be... Actually, if I'm envisioning this correctly, which I'm definitely probably not, I'd actually want to push it out one more. Just because I've got to compensate for the items themselves for the second level. And I think we'll make this just 3 across. Just for now. Let's at least get this entryway done. How about this? We'll get the entryway done and then we'll call it a night. Something like that. Because I gotta spend like, well, I don't know how long it'll take, but I've got to find a way to stream some of those live games. So like Magic Arena, because I'm obsessed with that game so much. Now, why did we come in here? Good question. When I could have just gotten it from outside. I'm pretty sure we already have all the walls. I just came in here just to show you the inside again. I don't know. Who really does know? Alright. Now let's see if this works. I believe I got the... I got the castle wall. That's right, okay. So let's put the castle wall here to sort of show what I'm talking about. So I think it will be not this wall, but a different wall. Like the other wall that has like the slope at the top. But I'll sort of just show you what it will look like, just as a start. And they don't connect. How beautifully infuriating. Look at that. You just can't push them together. That's so awesome. That's okay. I think that's what I'm looking for, something like that though. So you'll walk out here, you'll see a few things out here. They'll design the path to be a little bit different. And of course you can then continue walking through here, which might then lead off to one thing here, and then of course we've got the bridge to the second area there. But they aren't the right wall. So perhaps the answer lies within actually removing this wall here. Now can I push that? No. What I'll have to do is this, isn't it? Move that there. Play a little bit of Tetris here. Yeah, something like that. See, I don't like that as well. Have a look. Like it sort of gives that little gap. I think the better one would be to move it like that. To have something like that, which could be cool. Of course, up here we'll need to have some stuff to compensate for the shape. Maybe some trees or some shrubbery. Something like that. Maybe even our pine trees. Let's have a little look. The pine trees, I believe, are... Place one down here, but I believe they're 3x3s. Because they're quite big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's a 2x4? Let's have a little try. if I can make a 2x4 space. Just to test out to see if those specific trees will look good. Because remember as well, that's gapped as well. Do I have another wall? I do. Looks nice now. Again, I'd prefer to have the ones with the slopes. I'll go get the one. I know I have one. Again, I came so prepared. So let's grab it now, because I reckon that will look way better. And there's another thing, I've forgotten the name of it, but I'll have a look to see if I can't grab that one as well. Alright. It looks like this, like these ones with the slope, but it's the wall. So we want this one. Like I said, I only got one, and I want to use this, the storefront, which is just one of the most incredible items. I need more of those. But let's have a little look first. And this time, I do recognize that the music has stopped. There we go. I need to keep it on like a constant loop. But now we're back to the relaxing vibes. So I'll get rid of this one. I think I'll show you exactly what I want, because it'll definitely be the, where are we? Pine tree, medieval building side. Definitely be that one. The walls are alright, they don't show like the back there, which is kinda nice that it doesn't show that. So maybe this one is the better choice, but I do like the slope. So it'd be something like that, or if I do the storefront here, it'd be like that. I think it's a question of what looks better. And I'm kind of pushing towards the storefront. You know? I mean, that doesn't look too bad to have that there and then the storefront next to it. But it also creates this weird divide at the top, where it's like sloped, but then the next one is like typical castle-like. So, I mean, I did say I wanted that one, but maybe it is just better to have the castle wall. Of course, it's not going to look too good until we have something in front of it, because right now it's quite dull. But maybe it might be worth removing this one and having the other one come in. Okay. Something. It's not too bad. Having a slope on the side kind of makes more sense. Sort of like a roof, more or less. And it sort of makes like, it feels like you're going down an alley. Like, you got the light which could lead to like a door or something like that. Those alley houses. Or it would look something like, if we can find that storefront again. You know, it looks something like that. Which does give a little bit more depth to it as well. So let's try that one. And sometimes the solution just asks more questions. Like, 'cause that's not too shabby. I'll have to see. We've got another mosquito. Gosh darn. Because I just feel like this sort of just cuts off. It makes it feel like, as open as I want it to be, it sort of just cuts it off. But I guess it really does depend on what's here as well. I suppose we'll find out. We'll bring those back. But I think we'll definitely have to come back to that. Let's have a little look. I'll just let this mosquito bite me. Just do it. Just now it runs away from me, and I was like, oh, you've called me out now. That's kind of weird. Yes, bite me. Get out of here. Get out of here. I think it will definitely have to be at least 3 wide. Just, yeah, because when you sort of create it, you don't really compensate for all the items that you're going to be putting in. What we might do here... is just add... I mean, 2 by 3, that should be enough space to maybe add some plants. Let's have a look. I'm sure I have like a plant or 2 that I could put in there just to maybe give a little something something. Let's do... well, let's do a coffee plant and a cacao tree. They should work. I should be able to put them in the middle, although I might get stuck. Just got one there. Should be able to do this without getting stuck. Not super tall, but that's okay. Now if we were to put these down here. Again, that's right, we'll have to pull this out one more, because it's going to have to compensate for the walls not being able to collide. At least with the... how the second level's going. Oh! We don't want no wilt field. Perhaps we'll round this off. We'll try put another wall there. Castle wall. Yep, that's fantastic. Yeah, okay. It's not too bad. Again, it'll be about what's at the front here to sort of create that more of a sense of like, oh, yeah, cool. Here's where we are. Because right now that's a little bit, feels a little bit dull. But they're not too bad up there. I definitely think we've come up with some ideas. By ideas I mean throwing some walls together. Castle tower, castle tower, castle tower. I mean, it would make sense to probably just throw one of the castle, not the castle gate, but the castle towers just here. Like a little bit further back. Sort of create that entryway to the next area. But it does just take up so much room there. Like, it then becomes like a one space. But even if I was to put the second one there, I'd have to demolish more of the walls. Let's grab these. Why not? Let's have stars on our beach tomorrow. It looks like the walls are better there. What else can we do? What else can we touch up? Because the rest of it's going to take a bit more thought. We've got the gate, we've got the medieval building side. I mean, the gate would go somewhere like... maybe even... here. Right? Like, it'd probably be like another wall out there. And then the gate would go here. And, ooh, hopefully be symmetrical with the fountain. So I'd have to figure out a way to make that symmetrical with the walls. But That looks good. So I can just imagine like another wall is coming around here and here, and then sort of connect those somehow. Perhaps that even connects by using, I'm sure this won't work, but the medieval side? Yeah, because the different textures sort of just makes it look a little weird. Not sure. Something along those lines. I could put the castle towers there. That actually might just make sense. Because they should fill the gap completely. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why I didn't just... That honestly just seems like the most like, of course, you know, thought process. Like, of course that's where it goes. And that doesn't look too shabby as well. Again, once this design is like sort of implemented, I'll have to tear it all down, put the flooring in, which I should have started with. But we'll get there. We'll come back to it. So something like that on that side. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's really looking like you come out to an area that isn't necessarily the kingdom or the castle. It's like the entryway, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm on an island. This is a castle entrance. And so perhaps this is what leads to residential, is what leads to the homes. And then it's like, okay, well, if I want to bypass the castle, if I want to like go left or right, you know, one way is to like the enchanted forest. And you know, of course, we'll have like the walls and stuff like that. We'll cut it off so that it looks appropriate. And then the rest will then just be forest and etc, 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 etc. Maybe there's like a dirt path, so it's not completely like, oh, there's a castle and then there's a just random forest, even though that would make sense. Probably have like a dirt path here, maybe some like loose markets or a little pit stop place to sort of rest as you're about to reach the castle. And then of course we've got like the tugboats. I reckon they could be cool and still implemented into the whole thing. As like a place, like a way of entry, and then of course you've got your path here to get to the actual entryway of the castle. So that's pretty cool. So what we need is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we need about 1, 2, 3, and then let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 makes up one area. So I need 6 plus 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 9. About 9 more walls. I don't believe they can be purchased. Let me double check. Let's have a look at our special goods. Nothing special. I know some things can be bought, some things can't. ABCD castle wall. Okay, so you can purchase the castle walls, and you can purchase 5, so I won't be able to get the 9, but that's okay. 56, okay. Let's grab ourselves a few 100,000 so we can do that. Yeah, those look good up there, those like little bushes. It creates like a sense like, oh, there's something on the other side of that. So let's grab some money, we'll purchase them. And then perhaps we'll just floor this area as well. And then of course, we gotta find the courage to delete all this. Oh, that's a beautiful bug. Throughout this whole playthrough, it's just going to be me stopping for bugs. Oh, satisfaction. Love it. Horn dynasted. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll have to obviously remove this and then go from there. But, you know, the destruction of one area is the building of another. I'm trying to find a positive way to shine light on it. As I look at all that. Let's withdraw. Let's get some money out. We got enough. I'm not too sure how much this is all going to cost me. 5, 10. A lot. Let's just take out. Yeah. That way we guarantee we know we're going to have a lot, especially for the other resources that we need. We can just flat out grab it. Alright. Nope, not special goods. We want some castle walls, thank you very much. And we want them in this design. A little bit broken down. No, there are definitely like cleaner ones, but I think I like the broken down ones. Let's go for 5 of these. Beautiful. While we're here, let's have a little look to see if Nook's Cranny has maybe something to contribute to our adventure and building this whole island to be D&D themed. Hopefully. Perhaps? Perhaps not. Oh, perhaps they do. I think this could be cool. Metal pot. Yeah, I could find some applications for a metal pot. I already have a tractor. I don't have this. I don't have a bathroom sink. Yeah, let's get it. Now I definitely know that this isn't going to go towards the D&D theme, but I might implement that into the house. Why not? And I think that should be fine. Let's have a little look here. Alright. While everyone's enjoying KK, I'm just making some construction noises in the background. And of course we've got a scorpion running around. Just having fun. Alright. So yes, I suppose we'll just floor this area, because I think that seems pretty good. I didn't really like it to begin with, and to be honest, I might just do something like 1, 2, 3. Where are we? Not the pine tree. Although the pine tree would probably look really cool. So then why not? Let's try the pine tree. I think the pine tree might be too big. Yeah, that is really big. Something like that. Yeah. It still doesn't really fix my issue. I need something tall. It is tall, but it's not like selective tall, which is a word that makes sense in my head. Something like this, where I can just make it, you know, get rid of that corner-ish from your eyes. Ish. Sort of. I don't know. Sort of distract you. Maybe I need something else. Or maybe that's fine and sort of just a variety of items around will sort of get rid of that. I just don't like how that corner's built. Again, would fix it, but it doesn't look good when it's like the other way around. That's okay. We know where everything goes. Oh, too much. We've got too many goods. Let's put all our money back. We don't need it. I was just unconfident in my maths. So I just thought, just take out as much as possible. Alright. Oh, yeah, we can do it from this direction. Alright, killer. So I hope you guys are doing well. For those who are watching, I'd love to know how you guys are going. If you're enjoying the stream or what you would like to see, I know I definitely want to do some more Hero Forge stuff from yesterday. I was surprised how quick time went, just simply by you know, designing miniatures and creating stuff. I was like, wow. Just coloring in Wilma when we created it. It was I was like, wow, like an hour went by. I think it was like 25 minutes was just spent on making her, like just designing and positioning, and then when we put the paints on top, it was like a whole nother section. I was kind of wowed by it. I was like, okay, cool. Might have to stream for more than just 2 hours. Especially if I want to create like a whole array of requests and stuff like that, which I'm happy to do as well. So if you've got a request for D&D miniature that you'd like to see, throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comments. We'll have a look. Why not? But with this here, that should be perfect. I might just, for the sake of the towers, just add a little bit extra to the side here. You can never be too certain. That's right, that's 2 by 2. Okay, so we're gonna have to add... That's right, nearly completely missed that. Not there. Common Animal Crossing flu. It's just missing where you're going. I say flu? I was gonna say fluke, but it's not really a fluke. It's not really something you want. Alright. Okay, that should be good. Let's put everything back together. Here. And we've got the... That's right. It doesn't really matter what direction that is. Although, from a design standpoint, I think it is better that it's like facing the windows, because it's like less scratchy. That makes sense in my head again. Like, you can see like the design of the castle like breaking down at the top and the bottom is more here, but less here. I think that'd make more sense. I don't know, it does in my head. And then let's grab the archway. There's the wall, there's the storefront. Where are you? Castle gate. Awesome. Now that's off? No, that's not off. Cool. And then we'll just grab this one. I'm genuinely surprised how far I got in my thought process here. I really didn't think I would actually get that far. Now something looks wrong here. And it's definitely the fact that we've overextended this one the wrong way. Because that will be a wall. Alright, is that going to look weird? No, that still fits in. Yeah, cool. I was hoping I wouldn't have to take down that tower. Do that 5 seconds more of extra work. I think it would still be, yeah, I think it'd still be cool to have something here, maybe like, it'd be cool to have like an entryway to here, or even like a staircase that goes up that has like a view, like a high view of the resident services. That could be cool. That could be real cool. Let's have a look. Just having a little think. Little think of what is next. Okay. Well, what's next is probably just grabbing all that new stuff, to be honest. I mean, castle wall, we can fill it out here, at least, you know, make it look a little bit whole. I would have liked to have had more of these, but that's okay. I had no idea what we were doing, but now I do. So that does look, that I think a nice little cafe. No, not cafe. A little something something here would be good. Maybe even having a night, sort of one of those golden plate nights. That could be cool. Perhaps we grab that. That could be real funky. Just wondering if I should use some of these custom patterns to sort of create a ring around here. I've already put it all down and I'm already thinking about taking it back up just to add more detail. Because I'll probably, most likely, want to get rid of this layer here. It does make this little centerpiece here complete a little bit more. But I think this will sort of be the start, because I'm assuming there's going to be like an item here and maybe an item here, but I think a two pathway sort of vibe going across here would be good. And maybe something we might try before we close off tonight is actually put a dirt path down, so there's like a division between the entryway, then a dirt path that's like, okay, are you gonna go left or are you gonna go right? Are you gonna go straight forward, straight into like the kingdom's beginning? Let's just have a look to see if I've got another wall, just in case, just to sort of make it feel a little bit more whole. I don't. That's alright. So I'm assuming a castle might look good. A little bit of something like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll take that back. Of course. I think one more down. One more down would be perfect. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know. I think this is not bad. Because of course, in every D&D campaign, the one thing you have is a choice, which is always nice to have. Sometimes the world can feel a little bit out of our control, but in a role-playing game, you got all the choices. Even when it feels like there's none, which actually kinda plays true to life as well. You do have those choices. Sometimes they're just a bit hard. But in this one, you come in, and then you're gonna go left, you're gonna go right, and you're gonna go straight ahead. You know, what do you feel ready for? Take on the big kingdom straight away, or venture off and get some experience on the side? I definitely know that I like to get some experience on the side first. Make sure I'm stronger by doing side quests, and then I like to face the boss and then just one-shot him with all my side quest items. I kinda like that. I actually kinda really like that. It's just that small difference that makes a lot, you know. We're gonna ignore the whole D&D fantasy when it comes to like the boat. But the boat comes in, you come off, and your first entrance to this island is just a nice little entrance here. And then, you know, straight onto where you're gonna go. Which I think is quite cool. I really do like those islands, or just more or less appreciate those islands that it's just not closed off. Originally, of course, I had like this flower stuff over here, and then my house over here, and like a water fountain is all quite closed off. So I like the idea that it's a little bit more open and like, okay, left or right, and you've got the trees blocking it as well, so it's like, you can't see where you're going. So you're just gonna have to trust your gut. So I think here as well might be a good place. I'll just see if that custom design looks good here. Not horrid. I think it would definitely need definitely be me tearing it all down and putting it back up again. Just like, hey, that's how you roll. That's what we do here. You make last minute decisions. Build something, tear it all down just to build it back up again. With just a little bit extra of the design. I think that one will be like this. And then we'll create This one will go here. Yep. And this one should go here. Not bad. Tell me what you guys think about, like, if you're happy to just like watch the whole gameplay of sort of me just doing all the flooring and stuff, because I know that can be like a little bit boring. You know, if you like the chill, if you like the vibes, I respect, full respect. Happy to do that, but I'm also happy to sort of just like pre-do all this work here, and then just more or less show the items where to place them. I think is kind of cool, because there's like, it's like an hour of me going, should I put a part there? No, I shouldn't. What should I do? Anyways, I like it. It's the process. It's the journey that matters. Final product's nice, but you can even look at all the final products that are on your island. Sometimes with those final products you see them and you go, the best part was the journey, not the end result. But we'll get there. I gotta treat myself to some water. I've been like talking for so long and I haven't had any water. Where's the self-love? None. No self-love. No, plenty. Fantastic. So we'll curve that off and then I'll add more of this back here, of course, where the walls are, so it looks more as one piece. And then what would make sense is like, okay, well, it's an entrance to some sort of castle or area or village, so it's like, it's probably going to need two things. One is some lights, and two, maybe some security. Where is the security line at? Where are some guards that you can persuade that you're not doing anything shady when you really are doing something shady? You know, when something's illegal and you're clearly doing it, or in the act of doing it, and they sort of just look at you thinking, you better roll a 20 or you are screwed. And you do, you roll a 20, because that's just how that game works. So I don't think I had any great lighting. There are the tiki torches that I could do, but it's just a little bit, they're not horrid. They're not horrid. I'll grab two of those. I could play around with them. Perhaps even some of these, the shell fountain. We'll see if those look good there. Probably the maypole could be a classic. I only have one, but I can get another. And then we wanted some... Well, I actually wanted the armor, right? Like the gold plate armor here. I thought I had two of these, but perhaps it's a different one that I have. It would have been down there as well. Yeah, I really thought I had... I mean, it's not going to be in here, because obviously I need like the full thing. I do have the silver plate armor, but I really did think that I had like a full set. Like two of them at least. But perhaps I am completely mistaken. It's alright. That's okay. We'll use this one. Oh. Let's have a little look here. Just making sure that the everything's flowing. Stream hasn't just died. Everything seems to be. Stream health is good. I only stress it because when I was trying to do other games, it just wasn't working. I was trying to do MTG, trying to do tabletop, wouldn't allow me. Wasn't having fun. So these are just small design ideas. I will likely have something along the lines of, like, obviously you got guards at the front. So they should be Gucci there. And then maybe the maypole goes here. Oh, that's tall. I needed something tall, and I really didn't even realize how big that was. I thought that was a lot smaller. That could... Oh, no, we want that that way. That could really work. Something like that. Maybe more this way. Does it go back? Oh, yes it does. That could work. It might need a little extra something something. But that would show like that you're coming to an entrance or some formality. Probably 2 guards stationed. Could be good, could be good. I think it definitely needs to have some additional thought process go into it. I think that's alright. I think the design of the walls were good, and I was like, okay, cool. And now I'm just throwing things together. I'm like, I could definitely use a little bit more thought, especially now that I've decided it's going to be an entryway. That's okay. I think the shell fountains might not serve a great purpose here, because I do want to keep it open, but also, again, I love that cluttered look. Gotta have it cluttered. So perhaps these don't even cover that. Perhaps these get pushed to the side a little bit more. But is that just throwing them away? I don't know. Like in the middle there. You know? Something to consider. Something to play around with. Perhaps these would look good if they were right in your face. I could have just moved it. Like that. Like as a solid entrance. Like flat out. But a part of me wants to put a sort of fence there as well. Or even this. You know? Did have that something similar before. That will require a lot more thought. It's alright. Look, for now I think we'll pull this back where it originally was, because I needed something tall here. We'll definitely have a little think about it. Again, I didn't expect to get this design out. I really thought it would look something a little bit different, but now that I've put it out, I really do like it. So, who says winging it doesn't get you somewhere? But I think we're onto something. I think we are, and I think we've done a nice little progress. And we'll before we leave, we'll jump back to our actual creation of the day, which was our lovely cave system. Well, not cave system, that would be cool. But just our lovely cave up here. That's awesome. Another nice big fish, checking it out. Or a nice Pokemon, who knows. Beautiful. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for joining. For those who've been watching and sharing and subscribing, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. It's awesome to see that you guys do like the content and that you're supporting it. It's the words don't describe it. So a very big thank you, and I think we'll end it there. I hope you guys have enjoyed the music. I hope you guys have enjoyed that short rest. You've gained some HP. You can now take on the rest of the night full force, head clear, and just have an amazing night. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching.